we start the presentations. Smita, can you announce the first presenter by the time they will be ready?
Yes. Good morning to all the jury members and presenters. We are starting with the category Best Media Strategy, Consumer Products, Confectionery and Food. The duration will be 10 minutes per presenter. First presentation, the entry ID is 303, Cadbury Celebrations. Over to the presenter.
Just allow me a moment to share my screen. Yeah, hi. Can you see my screen without the presenter view?
Yes.
Great. Okay, I'm good to start.
Yes, you can start. Your time starts now. All the best.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. I am Nikita, and I think I'm just going to dive straight in. Rakhi, a word strong enough to bring waves of nostalgia, of sibling love, sibling memories, and celebrations of their bond. But a little social experiment we did showed that what it ends up being is an exchange of a token envelope stuffed with cash, a box of chocolates, basically lacking much thought or emotional consideration.
मुझे ये पूछना था, आप रिलेशनशिप में हो?
जी हाँ, बिल्कुल 8 साल से।
मेरी शादी हो चुकी है
15 years। काफी घूमना होता होगा?
ट्वाइस और थ्राइस अ वीक।
एक मंथ में 4 to 5 टाइम्स मिलते हैं।
कितनी रेगुलर आपकी बातें होती होंगी?
हम कॉन्स्टेंटली वीडियो कॉल्स पे रहते हैं और लाइक
6 घंटे उसी के साथ रहते हैं।
It's a good morning text, whatever, however.
वैलेंटाइंस पे कुछ स्पेशल किया होगा वो?
1 महीने से चल रहा था प्लानिंग।
I got this elaborate plan set up with our friends.
We took one trip to Bali, तो हम वॉक करने गए वहाँ पर और and then when she walked in, तो हर 50 meters पे a friend was coming with a gift.
उसका वीडियोस वो सब मैं कंपाइल करके
पापा के सामने उसको नहीं देना चाहिए था।
रक्षाबंधन पे सिस्टर के लिए कुछ प्लान किया?
कुछ नहीं किया
अभी तक कुछ नहीं किया है।
सिस्टर से उतना नहीं बात करता हूँ मैं।
but I should now that you pointed it out.
I'm sure if you have a sibling, you're so going to relate to this. I mean, no matter what type of romantic your brother is, the Rocky Randhawa type or the deep Shire type, भाई तो एक ही type का होता है. And no, I'm not saying this. Google search trends do suggest that on double clicking on the last 2 years of Rakhi gift trends, most brothers are last minute purchasers. Now, Rakhi continues to be a low involvement gifting occasion for the brother. The search trend goes up by almost 40% 3 weeks prior to Valentine's Day, but for Rakhi, it's only 26%, and that also 4 days before. The top search keywords are also very generic, like Rakhi online, presents for sister. In fact, even on quick commerce, it's fairly low involvement with just regular price-driven offers. Now, even though the gift was low involvement, the category continued to be more aggressive. In fact, we had more categories added as competition even outside of the chocolate brands. Most brands had similar communication revolving around Rakhi, making it that much harder to stand out. With digitization being on the rise, most local businesses and homepreneurs offered personalized gifting solutions. Our objective was that in the sea of Rakhi campaigns, to drive preference for Cadbury celebrations for Rakhi gifting. Now, over the years, we've always offered distinctive reminders for the brothers to express love to their sisters. I mean, we created a Bluetooth Rakhi also to literally get the brother to spend time with the sister. But we realized that it's not that brothers didn't care. प्यार तो करते थे. The sibling bond was obviously there. We realized that they just don't know how to express it or even, feel the need to express it. Cadbury celebrations wanted to move from being a marker of happiness to an enabler of happiness. We wanted to do something that just doesn't enable the brothers to express their love, but also do it in a very unique, personalized way. Creating memories never clicked. a campaign that enabled brothers to turn those undocumented sibling moments into something tangible. Instead of gifting a celebrations box, we empowered the brothers to gift their sisters a box of memories that never got captured. Brothers simply had to visit CadburyCreatingMemories.com, enter details about themselves and their sister, describe a cherished memory that was never clicked, and upload a recent photo of them both. Our AI tool then transformed their memory into a lifelike image in real time, which was then available for download for print or to be branded on the Cadbury Celebrations box, literally turning nostalgia into a tangible gift. Now, an idea that powerful needed an equally powerful execution. So, our media strategy was crafted to mirror the behaviors of brothers during Rakhi. We started by capturing attention of these brothers with disruptions, amplified reach with high decibel campaigns, and lastly, triggered purchase with time based impact. We shifted brother screen time to sister time with strategic interventions on most used apps by men with data targeting and contextual messaging. Now imagine being on a payment app only to be reminded to buy something for your sister that would pay back in smiles. Playing your favorite game? How about leveling up your Rakhi gift game? We even hijack searches. We turn simple searches into a trip down memory lane. For example, if someone searched for booking a trip, they got a contextual messaging about reliving the childhood memory trip with the sister. We used WhatsApp communities featuring men and served them sweet reminders of the Rakhi gift. High decibel plans powered by contextual placements and taking over digital estates aided in amplifying reach. We brought the idea to life even via integrations in high impact reality shows like KBC, Big Boss, where contestants were actually gifted the celebrations box with their brothers.
ये आपके बचपन की तस्वीर है। आप बचपन में ऐसे दिखती थी और ये भेंट स्वरूप आप दे सकते। तो आप सब
To further amplify our messaging on ground, we lit up 33 cities with billboards featuring these memories. Closer to Rakhi, we hijacked sibling moments on TV channels, redirecting people to quick commerce. We collaborated with popular male influencers from the digital world and even got them to surprise their sisters. For last-minute gifters, we also placed reminders on the post-order purchases of quick com apps. Throughout the campaign, we made the process effortless, where we replicated the microsite journey on WhatsApp, making it easier for any brother with a smartphone to turn a simple gift into a tangible memory. You want to know the impact of the campaign? The campaign drove widespread media attention, and the results were amazing because we enabled more than 300,000 brothers to surprise their sisters. We drove high engagement on social, leading to over 8% offtake growth. But most importantly, we helped make so many siblings' special day even more special by bringing alive a core memory that was never clicked. What makes this campaign unique was that we transformed a last-minute gifting experience to a thoughtful gesture using the power of media. When was the last time you've seen a brand change the front poster box of the product and turn it into a personalized experience for the consumer? That also at scale and in real time. Creating Memories Never Clicked was a campaign that was a perfect blend of leveraging AI. The bold move by Cadbury Celebrations to change their poster frame on the box itself helped brothers express their emotions. It drove brand differentiation, and it brought back the true essence of Raksha Bandhan for sisters with a gift that will be as precious as their bond with their sibling. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Next presentation. Entry ID is 347, Britannia Good Day. Over to presenter.
Yeah, I'm just sharing my screen. Can you see my screen, me, and hear me and see it properly?
Yes.
Full screen?
Yes, you can see the screen.
Okay. Let me know when I can start.
You can start now.
Britannia Good Day. It isn't just a brand on your pantry shelf. It has become a daily ritual of happiness for millions. For 25 years, our iconic cookie has come to represent small moments of joy that we all treasure. Did you know that the cookie design represents a smile? Everything about the cookie is about spreading happiness, and the manifestation of that is in smiles. Now, being a market leader, the pressure is on to maintain leadership. Good Day is available in 6.5 million stores and has penetrated 180 million households. There are 143 players in this category. Still, we have very high awareness and consideration scores. So the brand had to focus on being salient and constantly make India smile in new ways. During our research sessions, we uncovered a very sad truth, the truth regarding cleft palates. Every year, 35,000 children are born with cleft palates. These children face discrimination as this condition is often viewed as a deformity. The world for them is not of joy and happiness, but of prejudice, bigotry, and intolerance. The Good Day legacy is more than just a cookie. It is a symbol of joy. So why has Good Day overlooked these children? Why has Good Day not considered their joy and happiness? Don't their smiles count for anything? The penny dropped, and our strategy was centered around making smiles inclusive by celebrating all kinds of smiles. Our objectives: reach out and engage with consumers to spread awareness of the condition, make the condition acceptable by consumers, especially children, so that those children with the deformity are not discriminated against, and improve brand saliency and build brand equity scores. We partnered with the Smile Train, the world's largest cleft-focused organization. Over the years, they have supported free cleft care for over 2 million children. This gave our campaign credibility. We followed a three-pronged strategy. Introduce. We had to create awareness of the condition and Britannia's Good Days association with it. Include. We had all our initiatives to make the condition more inclusive. And invite. Words would turn into action. Let's discuss each one. On World Smile Day, we launched our campaign, #CleftCookie, to tell everyone that every smile is delightful. Rather than taking the conventional route of offering a new flavor or a discount promotion, we challenged ourselves to do something really transformative. We modified our most recognizable asset, the Good Day smile. So on the cookie itself, the smile design included a cleft. This showed that cleft smiles were as wonderful and endearing as normal smiles. We weren't just changing a cookie. We were inviting society to expand its definition of joy. To truly change perceptions, we needed scale. By embedding our message directly into our product, we brought a message of inclusivity into 70 million households across India. Imagine the power of 360 million cleft cookies being shared, discussed, and celebrated throughout the country, creating natural opportunities for families to talk about diversity and acceptance. Every package became a gateway to deeper engagement through a simple QR code scan. This connected our physical product to a digital experience filled with real stories from the cleft community and concrete ways to support the cause. This helped turn consumers into contributors to social change. Additionally, front page ads were deployed across key publications to reach out to the mass audience. Over 13 million people got our message of inclusivity. In the include phase, we extended our impact into the digital realm where communications happen. By creating WhatsApp emojis featuring cleft smiles, we gave people tools to celebrate diverse smiles in their everyday conversations. They were new vocabulary for digital expression that helped normalize what had previously been excluded from mainstream representation. As awareness grew, We invited people to contribute to helping children born with cleft by donating through the Smile Train platform. This allowed consumers to make a tangible impact on the lives of children suffering from cleft conditions. Let's see the AV.
तेरी हंसी से खनके ये दुनिया तेरी खुशी से महके ये दुनिया
In India, around 35,000 children are born with clefts every year. They face social stigma that can impact their self-esteem.
तू मुस्कुरा तू मुस्कुरा तू मुस्कुरा.
It was great to see Good Day Cookies do something so unique. It definitely helps the cause.
ये कुकी बच्चों के कटे होठ और तालू के बारे में हमें शिक्षित करता है ताकि वे बच्चे सभी बच्चों के साथ खुला मिलना सीख सके।
The response has been overwhelming and we're extremely proud to have put a cleft cookie in every pack of Good Day.
बिल्कुल ही जिंदगी बदलने जैसा है। अब इसके दोस्त इसे समझते हैं और ये जैसी है उसे वैसे ही स्वीकार करते हैं।
तेरी हंसी से खनके ये दुनिया तू मुस्कुरा तेरी खुशी से महके ये दुनिया तू मुस्कुरा.
The authenticity of our mission resonated far beyond paid channels, generating over 1.2 crore rupees in earned media coverage. It amplified our message to audiences we might never have reached otherwise. When media shares your story, it's a powerful validation that you're addressing something that truly matters to society. The numbers tell a compelling story. 13.9% sales growth alongside a 25.38% increase in brand affinity. They are evidence that when brands take meaningful strides, consumers respond with their wallets and their hearts. Good Day transformed from a light brand into a loved one that people actively want to support and recommend to others. We reached 14 million people with our message, with 300,000 engaging deeply with the cause. Most remarkably, 221,000 consumers integrated these diverse smiles into their daily communications, a powerful indicator that we're not just raising awareness, but actually shifting cultural norms around acceptance. Thank you for joining us and making every smile count. Together, we are creating a world where no one feels the need to hide their happiness and where all expressions of joy are recognized as equally beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next presentation. Entry ID is 313, Cadbury 5-star. Over to presenter.
Yeah. Just sharing my screen. Just confirming, can you see this in full screen mode?
Yes.
Okay. Starting. Can I start?
Yeah, you can start.
Okay. Hello, everyone. I'm Chinmay, a topper of one of the most interesting universities. Before I unveil this interesting university, let me take you back in 2023. Remember that whole AI explosion? Well, I was freaking out big time. Everything I was good at, AI could do better, faster. And the worst part, I wasn't alone. Generation Z, immersed in a hyper connected world, also experienced this unprecedented stress. For India's 350 million Gen Z students, academic pressure leaves no room for relaxation. The rapid advancement of AI amplified this, demanding continuous upskilling. But then my favorite brand, 5 Star, presented Nothing University. And let me tell you, it completely changed my perspective. So buckle up because I'm about to take you on a journey from anxiety to awesome. Get ready to discover how I used my secret weapon and conquered over my fears by doing nothing. While other brands are constantly yelling, go, 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 5 Star, the top caramel chocolate in India, always encourages the youth to slow down and relax once in a while. They've done this by seamlessly embedding their Eat 5 Star, Do Nothing message into updating and emerging trends among the Gen Z. But what worked yesterday must be forgotten. So, with AI changing the game, we had to adapt our counterculture approach and find a fresh way to deliver our message. While counterculture was the core of the campaign, not to forget that there were some serious brand objectives also at hand. We wanted to make doing nothing not just something to do, but something more, pun intended, a relevant solution to Gen Z problems. We wanted at least 5% more of the people loving the brand and at least 8% more of the chocolate to be sold. How did we do that? Let me show you.
Looking to upskill for the future?
This new AI can perform all coding jobs in seconds, including blockchain development. While this AI is already outperforming accounting firms. Meanwhile, the new graphic design AI aims to automate graphic design and could minimize the need.
Relax. Because in a future where AI does most of the work, there'll be one thing that humans will finally get to do all day long. Nothing. So it's time to learn the most essential skill of the future. 5 Star presents Nothing University with the first ever diploma program in doing nothing. An intensive course covering the most future-ready skills out there.
Well, let me check with the AI and get back to you in a few days.
Super. With our state-of-the-art workshops, campus placements, and guest lectures, the world can finally prepare for the glorious future that awaits us. Meet 5 Star. Do nothing.
We knew in today's fast-paced world, a smooth experience was key. From the first ad you saw, right to getting your diploma, we made sure the journey was effortless. When students signed up, they would take interactive courses like acting busy, concentration strategy, buying time, inventing designations, all made for a future where doing nothing is important. On completing the courses, students got their diploma in doing nothing. 5 Star tied up with comedians popular among the Gen Z who were experienced in the corporate culture. They were our esteemed faculty members who took the courses and guided students on the art of doing nothing. Now that we were ready with the idea, how do we get the Gen Z to notice it and participate? Or what was our media strategy story? Reach was not the only thing that was required to hit the perfect sweet spot. Gen Z runs on buzz. Everyone's talking, everyone's sharing. So we had to get people talking too. That's why participation and talkability were our absolute must-haves. And here's the thing, we had to keep that 5 Star vibe too. You know, chill and do nothing in the middle of all the madness. And that meant finding the right spots, the right voices, and the perfect platform to reach the youth. We executed the campaign by laying foundation of the message and then amplifying it week on week. While doing so, we tracked two key parameters: course completion rate for participation and earned impressions for talkability. To build strong awareness, reach, and buzz, we launched the campaign using heavy impact properties like takeovers and OTT mastheads that drove traffic towards the microsite. Obviously, seeing a spike in our parameters, but the story doesn't end there. A strong presence was maintained across surround platforms to ensure maximum exposure. Strategic tie-ups with apps, news platforms, OTT players, along with partnerships with Paytm Insider or phone keyboard integrations, the campaign drove engagement, almost establishing a symbiotic relationship with key stakeholders, driving exponentially more and more impressions and site visits. Taking this beyond the digital dunya, we even set up an on-ground campus in Navi Mumbai and tied up with India's biggest lifestyle influencer handle, Curly Tails, to capture all the fun, laughter, and the pure do-nothing vibes, bringing the campus to life for their million subscribers. Partnering with such renowned influencers amplified the campaign's reach, engagement, and organic traction. Well, let's not stop there. We also collaborated with 1,000 plus micro and nano influencers to share their Nothing University ID cards and certificates, which boosted positive sentiments around the campaign. Trends keep changing, but memes and content around them are always constant. We seeded memes and articles across the social media ecosystem and garnered engagement in millions across multiple pages and content creators. Obviously, seeing the weekly spike could have been attributed to the paid media activities, but we received over 44% additional earned impressions and a staggering 91% course completion rate, even after the conclusion of the media campaign. So now I'm going to hand over the podium to my AI counterpart, Chin AI, and he's going to take you through the results of the campaign while I sit back, eat 5-star, and do nothing.
The results were phenomenal. We tracked an astounding course completion rate of 91% and organic impressions of 260 million. 98% positive response within our target audience, the highest across any other 5-star campaign of 2023, successfully transforming the fear of AI into the joy of doing nothing. Over 5 million users engaged on the website with a remarkable 9 minutes of average time spent. We witnessed an 8% growth in brand trust, 3% higher than targeted, 10% growth in sales compared to the previous year, and earned PR worth 2.5 crore, demonstrating the resonance and effectiveness of our messaging.
Thanks, Chinmay. So yes, guys, I am the proud topper of the 3 lakh plus Nothing University batch of 2023, and by scoring 28% marks in doing nothing. I think we have around 1.5 minutes left. So let's just enjoy that time by doing nothing. Thank you and have a great day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks. Next presentation, entry ID is 349, Britannia Bourbon. Over to presenter.
Am I audible?
Yes.
I'm just going to project my screen. Can someone please confirm if my screen is visible in full view?
Yes, we can see it in full.
Okay, can I start now?
You can start.
Great. Hi everyone. I'm Anukriti. The only biscuit that could continue from being a childhood treat after completing my homework to engineering late night studies to office's rough day respite. I loved it so much that I could eat this forever. Even now, I could find it in my office drawer sometimes. Bourbon had always been the OG chocolate biscuit, launched in 1955 in India. It quickly captured everyone's imagination, and the love for it never really died. Brand loyalists had much to say about it on social media when New Kid on the Block, Oreo, came in India in 2011. Like any international brand, they came with deep pockets. Oreo, since its first launch, dunked itself in popular culture, driving higher brand affinity with consumers of chocolate buyer lovers. By creating strategic partnership with popular young brands like McDonald's, Cornetto, and Cadbury's, and not just with food, but also dialing up consumers' favorite pop culture moment with cricket, and favorite shows like Stranger Things on Netflix with the launch of red velvet flavor cookies. And I'm sure you guys have eaten an Oreo McFlurry at McDonald's at some point in your life. They were embedding themselves in consumption moments via popular dessert recipe creations, from pancakes to cheesecakes to even regional recipes like modak. Consumers started seeing these recipes in local cafes and college canteens and using it for celebrating special occasions like Valentine's Day. Oreo spends and international marketing tie-ups ate away at our market share. Once upon a time, a market leader, Britannia Bourbon became a challenger brand. So we thought about it. As always, bourbon kept consumers at the center. And when searching for what they were really seeking out, we found out a massive 75% consumers wanted more innovative flavors, homemade DIY desserts. 80% consumers said they wanted to showcase their culinary skills and creativity. And when we dug deeper, we found that Google search trends for recipes like rasmalai treshle, chocolate sandesh, gulab jamun cheesecake exponentially grew by 400%. All pointing at one thing. People were searching for innovative recipes and were craving to design their own favorite recipes. So how do we really empower consumers to completely reinvent desserts outside the Oreo's limited recipe world? We had to give them the power to imagine. Therefore, in a strategic move, we created the world's first brand partnership with the most powerful AI tool, Google Gemini. Instead of feeding them with limited recipes from the brand's end, we unleashed the power of consumers' imagination. By asking them to think which recipe would they want to see bourbonized. Maybe they wanted gajar ka halwa or maybe ras malai. Ooh, no, wait, firni. I think I need to blink it bourbon again. I'm getting my dessert cravings out. Anyways, we turned this gap into a big opportunity for a brand by repositioning themselves as the most versatile dessert ingredient. With bourbon's new extra chocolatey product in the market, this became the perfect launchpad for the brand to set the DIY dessert culture in India. Introducing Imagine It, Bourbon It, a DIY dessert resolution to reimagine your favorite recipes with Britannia Bourbon. Let's see how we did it with Google Gemini.
What if you wanted gajar ka halwa but in a chocolate flavor? Or a chocolate flavored modak? What if you could reimagine kalakand a little crunchy and chocolatey? Introducing the world's first Google Gemini powered DIY dessert revolution. Reimagining recipes with Britannia Bourbon. With Bourbon It, a simple yet powerful recipe innovation tool, we brought the power of imagination at consumers' fingertips. Access and analyze the largest recipe repository on YouTube. Just drop a recipe link, text or even a picture and Gemini bourbonizes it. Vertex AI customizes and reimagines every recipe, giving consumers not only the textual recipes but firing up their imagination with stunning AI-generated dessert visuals. This was not merely a campaign. It was a strategic platform for user-generated innovation.
While we saw that the campaign enabled the consumers not only to bourbonize their favorite recipes, and it generated textual recipes when you submit a recipe link or a text or an image to it, but it also empowered their imagination by generating a visual recipe image. We'll come to the results later, but while tech was at the core of this innovation, media was the backbone for driving results. We created a full funnel approach, from creating awareness by reaching out to food and dessert lovers, to consideration through contextual targeting, and finally converting them by driving purchases on quick commerce platforms. We created awareness by targeting top YouTube food channels and users who consume food and dessert-related content in the priority markets, a platform most search for finding innovative and new recipes. Let me show you the video.
You want to try?
Yeah, sure. That's fantastic, Miss Beulah. How did you make it?
Oh, I just scanned my Britannia Bourbon pack, made my bourbon recipe. And now I can win a trip to Switzerland.
But you are from Switzerland.
Oh.
But you're not. So scan your pack, turn your favorite recipe into a bourbon recipe. Submit and win a trip to Switzerland.
We were able to reach 25 million users. We were able to reach over 25 million users with 30 million video views. For building consideration, we targeted top 50 food sites and blogs across the country at the moment of consumption. We also retargeted food recipes and dessert-related searches on YouTube and Google using custom intent. And finally, we strategically combined existing Britannia audience through first-party data and quick commerce buyers of premium cream biscuits and chocolate buyers to target through Meta. This was not just about creating recipes, but also driving purchases on quick commerce. And when the campaign is powerful enough, you really don't need to create too many brand assets. The result speaks for itself.
The sweet scent of success was bound to follow. Everyone wanted a piece of it, with more than 800k registrations on the website. Participation went through the roof, with 260,000 unique recipes generated, with average of each user generating 3 recipes. Kyunki ek se mera kya hoga Kalia? And OG was back. Brand search growth went up by 76%. No one could get enough of it. Cake was baked. And the cherry on the top? Market share skyrocketing from 16.7% to 17.3% in just 2 months. While the new kid on the block kept pushing their own recipes, bourbon gave consumers the power to create. No gimmicks, just the dessert revolution they deserved.
Last minute.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Moving to the next presentation, the entry ID is 323 Cadbury Oreo. Over to presenter.
Hi, just give me a second. I'm setting up. Let me know when you can see the full screen.
Yes, we can see the full screen.
Cool.
Yeah.
Guess.
You can start. Your time starts from August.
Thank you so much. Cool. Good morning, everyone. My name is Pratik Dauda, and I'm here to present my case study in best media strategy in consumer products for Oreo, which is the new kid on the block, as the previous presenter mentioned. Well, today we want to start by taking you down the memory lane to our childhood, when we were full of life and playfulness, when our dreams knew no bounds, like wanting to be an army officer, a cricketer, an actress, and even an astronaut. Well, some dreams do get fulfilled, but there is one dream that no Indian has been able to fulfill, that of going to the space. ISRO's recent achievements have inspired quite a few movies, web series, sparking a lot of interest in space, almost like a new trending topic. But still, going to space is a distant dream for over 140 crore Indians. Now, as a brand with purpose to connect the world through playfulness, Oreo saw this as an opportunity to associate with a new trend and break the clutter in a highly competitive biscuit category. Oreo here could act as an enabler by giving Indians a chance to win a free trip to space by just buying a pack of Oreo. But can a cookie brand like Oreo do something like this? Well, why not? With a history of some of the most out of the box campaigns, as also acknowledged by the previous presenter, which made them run helter skelter and diversify into adjacent category of desserts. So who better than Oreo to pull off this out of the world an idea? Presenting Oreo Space Dunk.
Smile. I met my smile. You made me smile. You came to me. Now my heart is smiling and free. Can't you see?
Now twist, lick, dunk in space. Win a chance to go to space with the all-new Oreo Space Dunk Pack.
Well, with that we thought great. So Oreo can do it. It sits within the brand purpose, rides on the trending topic, and we can link it to business. But it's also too good to be true. I mean, scanning a pack and going to Switzerland is believable. Some of you would have already been to Switzerland. But no Indian has been to space before or after Rakesh Sharma 40 years ago in 1984. So today, if you say to any Indian that they could go to space, their reaction would be,
मेरी सिलेक्शन हो गई है हाँ मेरी सिलेक्शन हो गई है नहीं मुझे यकीन नहीं आ रहा कि मेरी सिलेक्शन हो सकती है
well, going to space is that unseen, unheard, unimaginable for a common man. And there lay our media challenge, convincing the audiences that space travel was now accessible to them. But the thing is, space travel isn't like planning a trip to Goa or Switzerland. I mean, if you talk about Goa, Goa is 5 times farther than space. But still, if going to Goa is believable, let's go with that. Make Indians believe that space is just another travel destination. So we traced down the process of planning a trip and realized the 3 phases were discover, plan, and book. Now the first stage is a passive stage, as they aren't actively looking for a travel, but they are being exposed to a travel destination by going through their friends' reels, stories, TVs, movies, and each exposure nudges them towards a destination. And that is when they enter the second stage, where they actively start searching with intent, researching on Google, reading and viewing travel blogs, videos, and once they are convinced, they finally move to booking the trip using travel portals. In each stage of planning, their mindset differs, and so do their touch points. And thus, we mirrored our media strategy in line with each stage in their trip planning journey. We planned a full funnel integrated media strategy to map their state of mind to relevant touchpoints and further customize the communication and tracked and measured uplift in each stage. In the discover phase, since they weren't consciously searching for space travel, they had to be exposed to the possibility of space travel multiple times so that they can start considering. And thus, we planned a high impact multimedia campaign with starting with a 1000 GRP TV campaign to back-to-back takeover of all touch points like Twitter takeover, YouTube masthead, along with 300 plus billboards across 14 cities and front page jackets across India's leading newspapers. We also piloted India's first action-oriented CTV campaign. And finally, being present on India's biggest media property, the Indian Premier League, during the knockouts. All these touchpoints redirected users to buy the pack and scan to register. We further tracked and measured the performance source by source using custom URLs. So we could precisely track the traffic coming from each source, even outdoor and even print. We further built a framework to track and attribute the impact of organic traffic and build audience segments based on that. Similarly, in the second phase, when they are actively searching for travel destinations across travel blogs and sites, we focused on driving registrations by capturing all travel related Google searches or YouTube videos using Performance Max. So if you are searching for Goa trip packages, you would be targeted with an ad saying Goa trip, try space instead. Buy a pack of Oreo and get a chance to win a trip to space. We also piloted a performance linked activation with popular travel sites targeting content around popular travel destinations, even Singapore included, basically, and partnered with Blinkit and Instamart to target purchasers of last minute travel essentials, redirecting all traffic to drive registrations, with the focus on comms being to sign up. Additionally, we retargeted engagers from discover phase to further enhance the performance. Finally, in the booking stage, where they were simply searching for the best deals, we focused on driving pack scans by emphasizing that buying a pack of Oreo was their best deal to go to space. We created exclusive destinations on Paytm and Make My Trip, and also co-created a promo with yatra.com.
Your next destination could be out of this world. Buy and scan the Oreo Space Dunk Pack for a chance to win a trip to space.
Our exclusive sales-led partnership with Flipkart helped us further boost sales and pack scans. And finally, in a first, our digital campaign was optimized near real time to drive offline purchases using pack scan signals from modern trade and traditional trade, thereby making it a truly full funnel data-driven media strategy. And no, we didn't need to resort to artificial intelligence or Google Gemini. We went the good old school human intelligence, which helped us identify and reach the audiences at the right place, at the right time, with the right messaging, using the right data points, delivering phenomenal results across media, brand, and business, shattering all past category benchmarks and helping us drive a 41% sales uplift quarter on quarter. Most importantly, we made India believe that, like other dreams, even space is within their reach. Finally, we would like to take this opportunity to announce and congratulate the India winner of Oreo Space Dunk, Mr. N. Shetty, who will be heading to the Kennedy Space Center in Florida for his training and could well be the next Indian to space after 40 plus years. On a closing note, I hope that this campaign helps our team fulfill our year-long dream of winning an Emvies Gold for Oreo Space Dunk. Thank you.
Thank you.
एक minute, thanks. Thank you. Moving to the next presentation, entry ID 324, Cadbury Dairy Milk.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes.
And is my camera visible?
No, I cannot see you. Just a minute.
1 second. Okay, there seems to be some glitch in the video. I'll just share my screen first. Is my screen visible?
Yes, not the full screen.
Yes, I'll just go to full screen. And I'm sure it's the full screen visible and not the presenter view.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, shall I start?
Do you have any video? You haven't shared your computer sound.
1 second. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yep. Shall we start?
Yes, your time starts now. All the best.
Yeah. Okay. Good morning, judges. I am Dhairya Jadeja, and I'll be talking to you about how we got Indians to be generous once again with a Cadbury. Before we start, I would like you to recognize the following individuals. Difficult to guess, right? But these individuals can be easily recognized. Cheers rise high with the hero's name, although the first coach's name a fading flame. It is time to celebrate the first coaches and bring them fame. Cadbury Dairy Milk saw it fitting to bring fame to the first coaches, as we had already commenced the journey of melting the implicit power distance in India by encouraging Indians to acknowledge the unacknowledged. We were already in the 5th year of making India generous with our generosity campaign and wanted to further accelerate the generosity proposition while driving the business and penetration for the brand. Cadbury presents Thank You, First Coach. For the ones who are forgotten, the ones from whom all the success stories began, we not only wanted to acknowledge them, but celebrate them. Let's have a look at our idea film.
तर एका दिवशी ह्याचे आई वडील त्याला घेऊन आले मैदानामध्ये संध्याकाळचे. तो वेगळाच वाटत होता की सारखं खेळायचंय, फक्त हा प्रकार होता त्याकडे. बोललो ठीक आहे, बोललो सोडून द्या त्याला, बोललो बघूया.
ಸರ್ ನೀವೆಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ? ಎಷ್ಟು ಗಂಟೆಗೆ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್? ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಡೇ ವೆನ್ ಐ ವೆಂಟ್ ದೇರ್ ಐ ಸಾ ಅ ಬಾಯ್ ಸಿಟ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಆನ್ ದ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ ಆಫ್ ನೆಹರು ಮೈದಾನ್. ಆ ದಿವಸದಿಂದ ಈ ದಿವಸದವರೆಗೆ ಕ್ರಿಕೆಟ್ ಆಡಿಕೊಂಡೇ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ. ಅವನೇ KL ರಾಹುಲ್.
एक दिवस मीच मुद्दाम त्याला विचारलं, बोललो सूर्या किधर जाना है? सर बोलते इंडिया खेलना है.
ಅವನು ಬೆಸ್ಟ್ ಗಿಫ್ಟ್ ಏನಂದರೆ ಇಂಡಿಯಾದ ಕ್ಯಾಪ್ ವೇರ್ ಮಾಡುವ. ಇಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಇಮೋಷನಲ್ that for all the hard work which we had done, he has repaid us by wearing that India cap. ಅದು ನಮ್ಮ ಜೀವನದಲ್ಲಿ ಅದು ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ನೆನಪಿರುತ್ತದೆ.
आणि ते फॅक्टच आहे, पण एवढा मोठा रिस्पेक्ट आहे ना त्याच्यामुळे की विचारून सोय नाही. जेव्हा मी रस्त्यावर जायचो कधी, ते सगळ्यांनी जेव्हा फोटो बघायचो ना, तर मला त्याच्यात बघायला आवडायचं सूर्याला, कधी दिसेल म्हणून. मी घरी येऊन सांगितलं, बोललो सूर्या बॅनर फोटोमध्ये. एवढा खुश झालं होतं ना की बस रे बस. आणि माझं ते होतं पहिल्यापासून की मला सूर्याला तिकडे बघायचं होतं. ते मी अचीव केलं होतं आणि त्याच्यामुळे.
रिश्ता वो जिसका मोलना, लफ्जों में मुश्किल तोलना, उस रिश्ते का शुक्रिया शुक्रिया शुक्रिया, एक मीठा सा शुक्रिया.
कैडबरी डेयरी मिल्क, कुछ अच्छा हो जाए, कुछ मीठा हो जाए.
शुक्रिया.
To give scale to this brilliant idea, we needed something big. And what better than cricket and the biggest sporting event in India, the Indian Premier League. We took the scale factor as seriously as a batting first team aiming for a big total. And just like putting runs on the board requires a strong partnership, we knew strategic collaborations were essential for reaching billions of hearts during the IPL. We forged meaningful connections with the heart of cricketing community. First, we teamed up with two of the most popular IPL teams, Mumbai Indians and Lucknow Super Giants. This helped us gain access to players, authentic stories, and their massive fan bases. We also collaborated directly with their first coaches, capturing valuable insights and heartfelt narratives. Finally, our partnership with media powerhouses, Star Sports and Jio Cinema, allowed us to seamlessly integrate our campaign message into the IPL viewing experience, reaching millions of cricket enthusiasts. Our media approach was built on two pillars: story doing and storytelling. Storytelling to ignite the spark of gratitude, story doing to empower acts of generosity. We established broad reach through primary media platforms and amplified our presence, leveraging the high impact inventory of the IPL. Innovative contextual placements like Aston bands appeared during live games, added a personal touch, thanking the player's first coach in real time. Like an impact player delivering a match-winning knock, our executions on traditional mediums were aimed to make a lasting impact. With CPG-first innovations, the French window ad in Hindustan Times, and the dynamic lenticular billboard, we brought our message to life in the physical world, capturing attention and delivering a powerful message of gratitude directly to consumers. Building on that impact, we knew timing, just like in cricket, is everything. We captured key moments through a sports Kida takeover, owned search conversations around the IPL, and celebrated match heroes and their coaches with RVCJ, adding a twist of gratitude to trending topics. Words inspire, but actions resonate. To truly empower acts of appreciation, we went beyond traditional storytelling and embraced story doing. We partnered with prominent cricketers to share heartfelt stories of gratitude during the live IPL broadcast, creating emotional moments that resonated with millions. Extending beyond cricket, we collaborated with sporting heroes from other disciplines to join in our movement, demonstrating that power of mentorship transcends boundaries and unites us all in appreciation. We surprised and delighted coaches with heartfelt in-flight announcements, thanking them for their dedication. 30,000 feet in the air when we took our coaches to watch their players. We partnered with Air India Express and promoted this on social media with the help of Brute. We fueled generosity through Blinkit activation, enabling shoppers to send personalized thank you first coach packs and messages. And we sparked a social movement on Instagram, encouraging a nationwide participation by sharing childhood photos with coaches using the Add Yours features. Because just like in cricket, a winning campaign needs both storytelling and story doing. Let's have a look at the results. With equally impressive reach and engagement figures, Thank You First Coach became a nationwide phenomenon. Reaching a staggering 196 million people, we saw a 15% boost in top-of-mind awareness and ignited over 3.4 million heartwarming social interactions across social media. But the impact of Thank You First Coach campaign extended beyond heartwarming stories. It drove tangible business results. Sales soared by 16% compared to 2023. Market penetration expanded by an impressive 28%. And we achieved a 2.3x in add-to-cart ratios on quick commerce platforms, shattering industry benchmarks. While brands were focusing on central sponsorship, we focused on partnering with top IPL teams. Instead of simply featuring star cricketers, we celebrated the unsung heroes of our heroes. While others focused on storytelling and promoting their brands, we gave equal importance to story doing. This differentiated approach drove an inherent behavioral change. Cadbury Dairy Milk puts its meeta where its heart is, maximizing its marketing budget on the real heroes and reaping sweet rewards. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And next
The next presentation, entry ID 326 5-star. Over to presenter.
I'll just share my screen. I hope my presentation is not in the presenter mode.
Yes, everything is fine. It looks fine.
Let me know once I can start.
Yeah, your time starts now. All the best.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. I'm Priyanka Joshi, and I'm not having one of my best days. You know, there are days which you just wish you could just poof, delete. Like for cricket lovers, it's a day their hearts broke harder than any breakup. For gamers, it's the day PUBG was banned in India. No more chicken dinners now. Oh, and how can we forget the time when Michael Scott left the office for OTT binge watchers? And for all the Marvel fans, when Iron Man dies, our arc reactors broke too. But for singles, that day is Valentine's Day. And there's a constant pressure to couple up and be something you're not. But 5-Star is the one and only brand that has been consistent in standing up for singles at such turbulent times by encouraging singles to do nothing over the years. But still, there was something missing, right? The singles wanted to erase the day completely. And once again, Cadbury 5-Star came to the rescue. So to erase Valentine's Day, we decided to just time travel. Like literally. We actually went and consulted the legendary space scientist Nambi Narayanan, who gave us the idea of the unthinkable, to literally erase the day from the face of Earth. Once again, my presentation is not visible. What? Hello?
Yes, we can't see the presentation.
Once again, let me just share. Second.
You can restart, don't worry.
Yeah, 1 second. I'll just present it again. Just a second, huh? 2 seconds. Is my screen visible?
Yes.
I hope it's not in the presenter view.
No, it's good.
I'll start the presentation again.
All right, no problem.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. I'm Priyanka Joshi, and I'm not having one of my best days. Don't you ever have those days you wish you could just poof, delete? For cricket lovers, it's the day their hearts broke harder than any breakup. For gamers, it's a day PUBG was banned in India. No more chicken dinners now. Oh, and how can we forget the time when Michael Scott left the office for OTT binge watchers? And for all the Marvel fans, when Iron Man dies, our arc reactors broke too. But for singles, that day is Valentine's Day. And there's a constant pressure to couple up and be something you're not. But Cadbury 5-Star is the one and only brand that has been consistent in standing up for singles at such turbulent times by encouraging singles to do nothing over the years. But still, there was something missing, right? The singles wanted to erase the day completely. And once again, Cadbury 5-Star came to the rescue. So to erase Valentine's Day, we decided to just time travel, like literally. We actually went and consulted the legendary space scientist Nambi Narayanan, who gave us an idea of the unthinkable, to literally erase this day from the face of Earth. And so we did just that. But because we are 5-Star, we did not just conduct any time travel, but a media-driven, multi-platform, live-stream, influencer-powered time travel. Our mission was to do nothing. Just kidding. We had to win brand love, create talkability, and of course drive sales by doing nothing. Kidding again. Now, because to achieve great targets, you need even greater media idea. Introducing the FNS Cringe Vinash. Let me show you how we managed to erase Valentine's Day through this AV.
Does this make you cringe? Every year we've helped you escape Valentine's Day and do nothing. But maybe that's not enough.
Challenge accepted.
5-Star presents Erase Valentine's Day. We've built the world's first time travel vessel designed to achieve humanity's ultimate goal. To skip Valentine's Day entirely in 1 minute. How? We let Nambi Narayanan explain.
Because of different time zones, when it is Valentine's Day morning on this island, it will already be 6 a.m. in Peru, 9 p.m. in Australia, and February 15th morning in this area. So if a vessel travels in this direction across the international date line, it will skip 24 hours in just 1 minute, while the people inside just eat 5-star and do nothing.
3 volunteers will soon achieve the impossible. Join us in the control room on February 14th to witness a historic breakthrough that will pave the way for a future where we can all skip that wretched day.
Test drill successful.
A future where we eat 5-star and do nothing. Watch it live on February 14th at 4 p.m.
Now that the time travel vessel was ready, let us unveil our playbook on how we orchestrated a high-impact occasion-driving campaign in just 2 weeks. And we did that in 3 phases. Starting with the mission unveil, we didn't just launch a campaign, we unleashed a mission. Following with countdown commences, we didn't just count down, we engineered anticipation. And finally, the D-Day event. We did not just host an event, we created a cultural movement. Let's dive a little deeper, shall we? Starting with phase 1, to capture Gen Z's attention, we had to meet them where they live, which is online. So we engineered a full-scale digital invasion, strategically selecting high-impact and high-reach driving touchpoints, like YouTube masthead for maximum visibility, Meta and Google for precision-targeted content to spark interaction, and Twitter to drive virality. Because if it's not trending, did it even happen? But it wasn't just about being everywhere, right? It was about being the most talked about brand. So we used internet's currency, which is memes and influencers, to drive some credibility and shareability. All right, now with the mission unveiled, it was time to keep the momentum going with multiple reminders. In phase 2, we leveraged the same high-reach touchpoints, but this time with the focus on reinforcement and anticipation. We even snuck into the upcoming event section of Paytm Insider and reminded the audience to tune into the upcoming event. And wherever Gen Z was going, we were following them. How? By placing some cool digital billboards and an actual sand art near their favorite spots. And it definitely got noticed by people. But the real ammunition, the celeb and macro influencers in phase 2, as opposed to phase 1. And of course, Gen Zs won't do anything without Tanmay Bhatt and Samay Raina telling them to do so. So we onboarded them. And a domain expert who has an expertise in making objects disappear, Rohit Shetty, and got them all to co-create content with us to harp onto their follower base to drive participation for the event. And further continued the association with the popular influencers to get them to host the Erase Valentine's Day live stream and continuously engage with the viewers, while the 3 Gen Z captains embarked on FNS Cringe Vinash to erase Valentine's Day. And we made sure the world knew about it by running the live stream on YouTube masthead. Let's have a glimpse of the live event.
Let's actually go over to our 3 agencies. Can you guys hear us? 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yes! But it wasn't just about watching 2 funny guys talk. We had a mission control room where our engineers were monitoring the progress of the mission while responding to the live conversations. And in a typical breaking news style, we partnered with the Times of India to provide real-time updates of the mission. While we garnered reach and views with our paid campaign, the earned and owned media was through the roof, which was the highest in the history of Mondelez, with 2.2 million organic interactions across contents, 46 million organic views, 86% positive sentiments, which was highest across past Valentine's Day campaigns. And our live event was a smashing hit with 12.5K live chats and 1.2 million viewers. With this, we didn't just erase Valentine's Day, we even achieved our sales targets. We didn't just sell chocolate, but sold Do Nothing by gaining brand trust and received tons of acknowledgements in various forums. In the end, we got love from the entire community of singles and turned their FOMO into JOMO by simply doing nothing. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, moving to the next and the last presentation of this category. Entry ID 328 Oreo. And after this presentation, we will have 10 minutes break.
Can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Awesome. Let me know when to start.
Your time starts now, August.
As we approach the last entry of this category, good morning, jury members. This is Hitesh, and today I'll take you through how Oreo silenced a nation of billions with actually bolta nahi hu, dikha deta hu. Let me start by asking you a few questions. Have you ever stopped walking agar kali billi aapka rasta kaat jati hai? I'm sure this is every Indian mom. If they see you cut nails post evening, total kalesh. Also, palm itching means you're about to get rich. Yahan to na paisa aa raha hai, na khujli. If you could relate to any of this, badaiyo. We are a part of 61% Indians who believe in superstitions. And when it comes to India's religion, cricket, some of us take these superstitions to another level. A whole other level. We as a nation are loud. Even louder this time as India was hosting the World Cup after 12 years. Not just us, brands and competition too didn't shy away or hold back from cheering for Team India, creating unwanted stress for the entire nation and its players. Oreo, India's legacy cookie brand, known to connect India through its playfulness, saw this as an opportunity to stand out in a highly penetrated but a cluttered biscuit category. We took it on us to turn business and an entire nation's pressure into playful business. So we decided to combine India's love for cricket with India's belief in superstition to support the team's chances of bringing the cup home. That's when it hit us. याद है नानी भी कहती है कोई काम होने से पहले उसके बारे में ढिंढोरा नहीं पीटना चाहिए, नजर लगती है. But without ICC sponsorship or stadium rights, why would India listen to us?
बस एक बात याद रखना, ओरियो बोला मत बोल.
Luckily, we had him. Because who other than Mr. Captain Cool to convince billions of cricket-watching Indians to be silent and keep their cool? Oreo bola mat bol. Catching live cricket or catching up on discussions, binging on highlights or snacking during matches. Our playful mission was to spread Oreo and Dhoni's counterculture belief to every corner of India by marrying media and consumer behavior of cricket-watching Indians. Live updates to highlights, cricket controversies to conversations, national to regional news, messaging apps to food delivery apps. We used our media and a counterculture strategy approach to let silence do the talking at every touch point to keep Indians away from jinxing. But now began the real media disruption. We started by sharing our belief with India's largest reach providers, YouTube and Meta, a week before the World Cup. On match day, we hijacked Hotstar to play jinx disclaimers before every Indian match. Every time things were on the edge during matches, our media reminded India to stay silent.
This message is issued in interest of Team India. Oreo bola, mat bol.
Next morning, TOI joined our belief by redacting every possible text on its front page that could jinx Team India's winning chances. England's ex-captain Eoin Morgan understood the assignment too. Our silence slowly started reaching the masses. Even regional news contextualized our belief on its front page to playfully silence India not once but multiple times. Oreo Bola Mat Bol was integrated into top radio soaps on Z and India's prime-time news channels, Aaj Tak and News 18 organically. From gully cricket groups to online meme pages, our campaign made the entire nation go from "how was that" to "let's not say that." We ambushed every Indian match on India's top cricketing news and live updates app, ESPN Cricinfo, with interactive polls for constantly hammering our mantra. We also utilized Bobble's AI keyboard to hijack every keyword that could jinx Team India's winning chances. As India kept winning on field, our belief kept trending on Twitter. We also noticed food deliveries spiked 2x during match hours. So we delivered in-app and social integrations with Swiggy to ensure every order served a fresh mud bowl reminder. From news channels, daily soaps, ex-players, brands, to even fans inside the stadium, our mantra spread beyond the boundary line organically. While brands and competitors spent crores in sponsorship and cheering out loud, our counterculture media strategy kept India silent at every touchpoint. Paid PR, we don't do that here. Don't believe us? Watch it yourself.
This is how the Indian biscuit landscape looks like. Cluttered, saturated, dominated by legacy brand. So, how can Oreo overcome the dominance of legacy brands to achieve greater penetration? Oreo had to talk and resonate with all of India. And what does all of India really love? The Cricket World Cup. The World Cup was held in India after 12 long years. Everyone just talked about the team winning, creating immense pressure on the players and their performance. This happens in sport, right? You just talk about your team winning, and there, you jinx it. Presenting Oreo Bola Mat Bol, where we asked ardent Indian cricket fans to not speak about India's winning chances. But wait a minute, why would they listen to us? Luckily, we had him.
Oreo Bola Mat.
And the entire country agreed to go shh to keep the jinx away. A leading newspaper publication redacted all mentions of India's winning chances. England's ex-captain, Owen Morgan, couldn't help but believe along with us. Funnily, even the official broadcaster issued this warning before every Indian game.
This message is issued in interest of Team India. Oreo Bola Mat Bol.
Leading TV shows changed their scripts to share the belief.
Oreo और धोनी बोला मत बोल.
And the more India stayed silent on the team winning, the more Team India won. That reinforced the fans' belief in Oreo, and they spread the belief everywhere. Instagram filters, stickers, memes.
का जो ओरियो कैंपेन है कि कुछ मत बोल ज्यादा बेटर है.
माही ने मना किया हुआ है कि पहले से कुछ नहीं बोलना.
And that's how Oreo left the biggest legacy brands way behind the penetration game.
As a result, our campaign reached a whopping 212 million households with 11 times surge in consumption. Our penetration increased by 6% and brand Stoma rose up by 35% with 98% positive sentiments on the internet in less than 3 weeks. Nazar mat lagana, guys. But you want to know our real win? Our competition spending the entire marketing spends, well, to talk about us. Just like multiple times today. Thanks for the free PR, guys. Ironic, isn't it? एक ऐसा नजर वाला कैंपेन जो पूरे भारत की नजर में आ गया. वैसे आज भी इंडिया ऑस्ट्रेलिया का मैच है. याद है ना क्या बोलना है? कुछ नहीं, टेस्ट कर रहा था आप लोगों को. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Within 10 minutes break, we'll just meet after 10 minutes.
Yes. The jury, we go for it. 10 minutes break, everyone.
Hello?
We will start again at 11:50.
Yeah, sure.
Nitin, can we start?
Yes, ma'am.
Dear jury members, can we start with the presentations?
Yes, we can.
Yes, we can.
Okay, thank you. Okay, the next category. Yeah. The next category is Best Media Innovation Audio, and the duration will be 7 minutes per presentation. Starting with the first presentation, entry ID is 1330, International Cricket Council, ICC. Over to presenter.
Hi, am I visible? Is the camera all right and audio?
Yes.
Okay, just give me a moment while I share my screen. Is the screen visible?
Yes, it is fine.
Okay. Let me know when to start.
You can start.
Good morning, judges. I'm Salik Baptista, here to present the ICC Men's Cricket World Cup, Cricket Ka Mahakumbh, a case that I'm privileged to present as it allowed me to mix my passion with my profession.
पेटीएम पर 100 रुपए प्राप्त हुए।
You probably already heard this message this morning while buying your smokes, filling fuel, or getting your chai at your local tapri. Even if you haven't, I'm sure you will during the course of your day. That's because 500 million such transactions are made in our country on a daily basis. And Paytm accounts for roughly 10% of all the UPI transactions in India, with 50% of them done via the Paytm soundbox. This was the insight that we used to make Indians fall in love again with ODI cricket and tune in to watch the 2023 World Cup. Cricket needs no introduction. Judges, I'm sure you and my fellow media folks bleed blue, just like myself, and are closely following India's progress in the ongoing Champions Trophy. We hope we get revenge for the 2023 final today and beat the Aussies. The Cricket World Cup is a grand festival and a vibrant celebration of the sport's unparalleled grip on the nation's heart. The last time India hosted the World Cup, Team India emerged victorious, and the event was a grand success for the ICC. Fans were hoping for a similar result in 2023, with a strong Indian team that was in good form. The ICC aimed to make the 2023 tournament an even greater success than 2011, sharing an ambitious brief to deliver 570 million viewers across screens. There are millions of cricket fans in our country. Some diehard fans who live and breathe cricket. Some fans whose patriotism kicks in during events like the World Cup, and some who enjoy it as an entertainment event. Well, given a mammoth task, we had to reach all of these cricket fans. However, cricket fans today are too busy balancing work and life schedules and hardly have time to follow their passion. They are more tuned into the T20 format since it's fast, action-packed, and consumes least amount of their precious time. Reconditioning their minds to the 50-over format and capturing the viewer's attention for over 6 hours was going to be a task. Moreover, younger audiences were drawn to other sports and tournaments. Additionally, the match timings were scheduled for 10:30 a.m. or 2:30 p.m. India Standard Time, making it difficult to tune in as people were occupied with work and personal commitments. They needed constant nudges to watch the match. As mentioned before, millions of cricket fans make transactions on UPI every day. We leveraged this behavior to craft a pioneering solution that amalgamated the dynamicity of digital and the power of tech in an ambient setting using the Paytm soundbox to deliver messages in a one-to-many format and excite thousands of people and drive them to watch the match on a screen of their choice. Let me play the AV and show you our execution.
Cricket transcends all diversities to unite India. It is played and loved by all Indians. With the ICC Men's Cricket World Cup 2023 being hosted in India and with the team in form, fans were hoping to repeat the 2011 triumph. However, since that historic triumph in 2011, the cricketing world was taken over by the T20 format, which was fast, exciting, and most importantly, consumed least amount of viewers' precious time. Reconditioning fans' minds to 50-over format again and capturing the viewers' attention for matches lasting over 5 hours was going to be a task. Cricket fans were spending majority of time outdoor due to multiple personal and professional commitments. And whilst they were out, most of the transactions were done via UPI. The adoption of UPI payments grew rapidly, and the Paytm soundbox spread across length and breadth of the country. We took the Paytm soundbox advertising solution and gave the 6-second audio window a twist to drive the FOMO feeling amongst our audiences. The first 2 seconds was the catchy sonic hooter, which was extracted from the well-received tournament anthem that was composed by Pritham and featured Bollywood's heartthrob Ranveer Singh. It captured the user's attention in noisy outdoor situations. This was followed by real-time updates of the key match moments like the toss, fours, sixes, wickets, etc. That was made possible by a pioneering media solution which connected a live match scorecard to the Paytm soundbox via an API to give the updates and excite fans in ambient and outdoor situations. Furthermore, users making payments through the Paytm app were shown match banners on the post-transaction screen that, upon clicking, would direct the user to a live match stream to maximize viewership. Here are some of the live score updates.
भारत ने पाकिस्तान को 7 विकेट से हराया।
समाप्ति पर पाकिस्तान का स्कोर 1 विकेट पर रन है। पाकिस्तान 10 ओवर हो गए, 1 विकेट हो गया, मुझे नहीं लगता है 300 रन होना पाएगी। आज तो इंडिया पक्का जीतेगी भाई, जीतेगी भाई।
Last minute.
भारत ने पाकिस्तान को 6 विकेट से हराया।
With an investment of less than 5% of the overall budget, our exciting score updates were aired across 2 lakh Paytm soundboxes, delivering 153 million impressions, which aided in delivering 450 million viewers on television and 500 million plus viewers on digital, thereby making it the most successful tournament ever for the ICC. Thank you.
Thank you. Moving to the next presentation. Entry ID is 1322, Sprite. Over to presenter.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Can you see the screen?
Yes, we can see.
I hope my notes are not visible.
Yeah, it's not visible.
Okay, let me know when to start.
You can start now.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Kanishka, and over the next 7 minutes, we'll be telling you how Sprite transformed laughter into a customized audio experience. Sprite is the second largest sparkling brand in the country and the biggest recruiters for Gen Z into the category. And what do we know about our co-consumers, Gen Zs? That they are stressed, anxious, hyperactive about everything around them. And bigger the world of stress, the bigger the need for comedy as a relief. Over the years, Sprite has stood for a simple message. We help you cool down when things get heated. We married this with the insight that when things get stressful, an ability to make people laugh is always the best way to calm things down. This led to the inception of Sprite Joke in a Bottle, where millions of Sprite bottles were transformed into a gateway to the world of comedy. Now, we didn't want to limit the humor to just the bottle, but also wanted to take it above and beyond. We chose the audio route. As a co-consumer group, Gen Zs spend a lot of time on audio streaming apps. And 85% of them resort to audio to explore different sides of their personalities. When one thinks of music streaming, the obvious solution that most brands resort to is branded playlists. And that would mean entering an ever so cluttered space. Hence, we tapped into Gen Z's love for self-expression and personalization and elevated audio streaming to another level. We brought alive an innovative audio streaming experience, Stream, Laugh, Chill, that married all the three loves of Gen Z's: comedy, audio, and personalization. Now let me take you through how the journey unfolded through my own example. The experience started when I was browsing on the audio app and started listening to my favorite playlist around work productivity. Streaming intelligence kicked in, and audio jokes related to work stressors were served to me in the language I preferred.
Sprite presents Joke in a Bottle. When a job interviewer asks, where do you see yourself in 5 years from now? I always picture myself at a beach, drinking coconut water. Aha. I don't think that's the answer they're looking for.
Once I'd listened to the work-related audio joke, the platform revealed my personal joke persona. And all of this was done real time. 5 such distinct joke personas were curated to deliver a personalized experience. Once my persona was revealed, branded audio jokes and personalized playlists were offered to me, matching my music preferences. Not just that, I could also share my newly found joking style on social media with my friends and family. The journey didn't end here. I was then redirected to WhatsApp for a never-ending supply of jokes. Now let's take a look at the AV. We combined the power of content, data,
Last
and
minute.
personalization to turn laughter, a universal emotion, into a customized, innovative brand experience, setting a new benchmark for how brands can connect with Gen Zs. Thank you, judges.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next presentation. Entry ID is 1339, Lakme.
Just confirm if I'm sharing audio. One sec. Share sound, yes. Can you confirm if my screen is visible and I'm audible? And I'm visible too?
Yes.
One second.
But it's not full screen.
It's not full. Yeah, I've just one sec. Now is it full screen?
Yes.
All right. Let me know when I can start.
Your time starts now, all this.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm thrilled to be here today to share a journey of through innovation. This journey isn't just about pretty visuals. It's about connection. It's about Lakme. That's daring to disrupt the beauty scene with audio. Lakme has been the name in Indian beauty, commanding a strong 15% market share. However, the beauty world never stands still. As we spotted a trend that makeup is leaning towards being multi-purpose, but only a small 3% of the category provides for versatility. And to cater to this demand, the multi-slayer face stick was born. One stick, many tricks. But of course, the big question was, who is this multi-purpose product consumer? She's the on-the-go woman who seeks convenience and products that simplify her life. Using our proprietary tool, we identified her media touchpoints. And guess what? Audio and social media are her constant companions. What really stood out was her preference for personalized content. But we all know how social media is. It's a visual feast flooded with content created by competition brands. So, how do we stand out from the endless doom scrolling? We lean towards audio OTT. That's why we partnered with Spotify, the leading music app. This was our chance to tap into a highly engaged audience, bringing to you Lakme's association with Spotify, a one-of-a-kind campaign where we personalized the sound for beauty. We innovated every stage of the way for this modern woman. This involved Spotify audience identification, daily creative customization, engaging format experimentation, and targeted content segmentation to drive conversions. In audience segmentation, we leverage Spotify's data driven signals to identify personas. By analyzing millions of playlists, we crafted precise audience segments that perfectly aligned with Lakme's on the go woman, which led us to the identification of the boss lady, the fashionista, and the multitasker. The boss lady, who listens to work music, the fashionista, get ready with me playlist are her jam, and the multitasker listens to workout playlist. Secondly, we focused on personalization, tailoring ads to her daily journey. And how did we do that? We analyzed playlist mood to deliver highly relevant audio. For example, Boss Lady Creative was served to her as she prepped for her work. Secondly, Fashionista Creative during her evening drive with friends. And now let me show you one of the creative to deliver the experience.
Heads turn, conversations hush. They know you've arrived. The Boss Lady, the all-new Lakme Multi-Slayer Stick. Foundation, blush, highlighter and contour in 17 stunning shades that snatch away everyone's attention. Swipe, blend, slay.
Thirdly, to experiment with format, we reversed the conventional approach. Despite being a visual brand, Lakme led with audio for awareness and then used video to engage Spotify users, flipping the typical video first strategy. For instance, work music playlist ad listeners were retargeted with the Boss Lady creative, driving high engagement. This was proven by the results too, as we garnered a high CTR of 2.7%. Our final strategy, Lakme as the modern woman's beauty coach, powered by audio and tech. We drove face test participation for personalized tutorials, delivering expert tips via this audio ad. Please have a listen.
Beauty hack. New Lakme Define You featuring Lakme multi-slayer sticks. ID your face shape and let the face analyzer reveal your ultimate face definition. Blush with a 6. Highlight with a 7.
Only this section of the campaign achieved rupees 3 crore in sales. Let's go through the AV to know how the entire campaign came to life with the sound of audio.
When you think of a beauty ad, what comes to mind? Aesthetic appealing visuals and filters? Beauty is often defined as what's trending, the noise of perfection, the clutter of expectations. But Lakme decided to step away from the chaos. To redefine beauty through something deeper, more authentic, through sound, through Spotify. Because true beauty isn't just seen, it's felt. Hence, we partnered with Spotify, the largest audio streaming platform in India. Our approach? We identified 4 variables to drive a seamless integration. Audience. Using Spotify's data-driven targeting, we identified 3 key personas: the boss lady, the fashionista, and the multitasker. Day part. With API integration, we uniquely crafted audio ads based on each persona's playlists that match her daily routine. Format. We targeted the audio ad listeners with curated videos to foster engagement. Lastly, content. While beauty heavily relies on visuals, we used audio to educate Spotifyers on makeup, guiding ad engagers to the Define You microsite for a personalized face-shaping insight using numerics. This helped drive 3 lakh trials and a high 12% conversion rate. The campaign's innovative approach reached 10.5 million women, garnered a 13% uplift in ad recall, and a 9% uplift in purchase intent. With this campaign, Lakme proved that the power of sound can be just as impactful as a most stunning visual.
And the results speak for themselves. Brand penetration up by 300 bips, brand perception for innovation up by 780 bips, and TOMA up by 1000 bips. What's innovative about this campaign, you say? We leverage Spotify playlists to construct individual beauty personas, enabled mood-based and personalized creative delivery. For the first time ever, audio ad creators preceded video ad formats for Lakme, culminating in bespoke beauty protocols tailored to each listener and moving beyond the traditional cohort targeting. With this, I would like you all to rethink beauty. If a picture is worth 1,000 words, a sound can be unforgettable. Thank you.
Thank you. Next presentation, entry ID 1314, Tata Salt.
Just one minute, mention the invoice number.
Hi, let me know when I can start, please.
You can start, your time starts now on the list.
Thanks. Do you remember the bug that followed you everywhere? Or the brand that asked, क्या आपके toothpaste में नमक है? Funny, isn't it? How a tune or a visual long forgotten can suddenly bring back a flood of memories. Most iconic brands have one thing in common: nostalgia. Hi, I'm Sharvi. Today, let me take you back to another iconic brand, Tata Salt, and how we brought nostalgia back to life in today's world. For decades, Tata Salt has been more than just salt. It's been Desh Ka Namak, a symbol of purity and trust in millions of Indian kitchens. But in a low involvement category, market share was declining and brand consideration wasn't improving. Consumers were choosing price over loyalty, especially with local and unbranded competitors on the rise. Yet one thing hadn't changed. Salt is personal. Think about it. Salt isn't just an ingredient, it's an emotion. It's the warm taste of Amma's cooking, the secret comfort behind your favorite dish, the magic touch that can make or break a meal. So, how do we ensure that when people think of salt, they think Tata Salt? We tapped into nostalgia because nostalgia unlocks emotion, and we wanted to bring that emotion into everyday life. Our research showed that audio cues drive brand recall far more effectively than visual alone. You know that feeling when a tune plays and before you even realize it, you're humming along. That's the power of nostalgia. And that's where we found our spark. Tata Salt already had a nostalgic edge. Its iconic jingle running for 36 years. Bringing it back wasn't just about reviving a tune. It was about reigniting the collective memory of purity, taste, and trust. So, we reimagined everyday moments through the melody. From a single tune, we created 11 unique jingles woven into the everyday sounds around us. A hammer hitting a nail, a co-worker yawning, simple, familiar sounds that could trigger a memory. This wasn't just a Tata Salt melody, it became a subconscious memory. With this strategy, we redefined how low involvement categories can create deep emotional connections. We proved that a nostalgic audio cue can transform even the simplest product into a powerful brand experience. Watch the AV and see how we did it.
For decades, one name defined trust in India: Tata Salt, a legacy of purity passed down through generations.
Namak ho Tata ka. Tata Namak.
But the market was evolving, and Tata Salt was losing its top position. It was time to reclaim its rightful place at the top. And what better way than by reviving the sound of nostalgia? For 36 years, one melody symbolized trust and purity. We didn't just bring it back, we reimagined it for a new India. And we did it using the RACE framework. Reach. We partnered with India's top radio networks to give the jingle a fresh twist, transforming 11 everyday sounds into the iconic tune.
Tata Namak.
Ma'am.
Broadcasted across 17 cities, perfectly timed with purchase cycles, it became part of daily conversations. ACT. Contextual engagement assets. And we didn't stop at radio. We ensured high-frequency exposure during the purchase cycle. The jingle played inside Mumbai's local trains. It replaced time check announcements.
This time check is brought to you by
It aired as break bumpers during peak hours before show breaks to enhance recall.
End this break with
Convert. Driving engagement with reminder assets. We engaged audiences in innovative ways. A contest invited users to listen and engage with the tune. And we had top RJs announce this.
Tata Salt ना एक बहुत amazing initiative लेके आया है. देखो बात है simple. कोई भी अपना version of Tata Salt का jingle बना सकता है. And I mean कोई भी.
During the Lok Sabha elections, we created a political rally-themed jingle to stay relevant. We turned passive listeners into active participants. For the first time, an AI-powered microsite allowed users to remix the jingle in their own voices. It let them mix, edit, and personalize the jingle, creating unique renditions to share with the world. We went beyond expectations, making music accessible to those who couldn't hear it. The microsite featured a dedicated section where the hard of hearing community could engage with the jingle in innovative ways. Specially created ISL videos guided participants visually, transforming the jingle making experience into a multisensory celebration. In collaboration with 10 plus deaf schools, over 1,000 plus students creatively expressed the jingle through Indian Sign Language. Endorse. Influencer-led amplification. RJs became influencers, amplifying the campaign across regions. Personalized user renditions, featuring their names and city locations, were broadcast on the radio.
ये थी टाटा सॉल्ट की नई जिंगल। इसे हैदराबाद के अथर्व शर्मा ने टाटा सॉल्ट की AI वेबसाइट की मदद से बनाया है।
Young talent took center stage as children's renditions flooded social media. The results were music to our ears. Top of mind awareness surged by 700 basis points, a remarkable leap. Brand consideration soared 500 basis points higher. Brand power increased by 3.8% post-campaign. In a category declining by minus 1.2%, we defied the trend and grew our volumes by over 6%. Against all odds, we increased our market share by 3.4% in a shrinking category. Talk about rubbing salt in our competitors' wounds. Because now when we say salt, you will think.
We had set a blueprint for growth in low involvement categories using the power of sound. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next presentation, entry ID 1328, UltraTech Cement Limited.
Can you see my screen and hear me clearly?
We cannot see your screen.
Now can you hear me and see the screen?
Yes, yes. You can start. Your time starts now.
Whenever you see an ad for UltraTech cements, you would notice that it clearly states India's #1 cement. Yes, it's true. We sell the largest amount of cement in the country. Due to this, we have become relevant to only those who build their own houses. Not rent, but build. This happens more in small-time India and rural markets. In the main metros and cities, brand awareness is high, but familiarity with the brand needed to be improved. So for urban India, the perception that UltraTech is more than a bag of cement had to be built. UltraTech plays a huge role in India's growth story. How? Because most of the infrastructure projects, which is an indicator of growth, use UltraTech cement. This was beautifully captured in the line, Banega to Badhega India. We had to bring this to life. All of urban India needed to know that UltraTech cement is part of nation building and India's growth story. You may well ask, in a world where consumers prefer audiovisual content, why would you consider audio as a medium to drive perception change? The answer lay in consumer behavior. While reach and affinity for radio is low, podcasts and audio streaming platforms were being preferred by the consumer. Only the format of audio had changed, not the medium itself. You see, the target audience were the bureaucrats, policymakers, financial institutions, the investing community, the man on the street, a huge varied target audience. The commonality was the need for information and entertainment. So along with video content, podcasts and audio platforms were being incorporated in the consumer's media diet. We just leveraged that. How do you make Banega to Badhega India resonate with our audiences? How do we make nation building relevant for them? By bringing out the benefits of infrastructure. Not the grandeur or the engineering marvel, but the many ways bridges, buildings, roads have improved the lives of Indians. The story was clear. UltraTech builds infrastructure. Infrastructure improves the lives of citizens. Citizens can do more with all the facilities available and therefore build the nation. Who narrated these stories? Storytellers like you and me. Mobile tech and all the fancy AI solutions. Talking ads and of course the infrastructure projects themselves. Intrigued? Let's see the AV.
सिबी 4 साल के थे तुम यहाँ तुम्हारा पहला दिन था स्कूल का
For generations, Bollywood moms have told tales of superheroes and warriors.
But what about the silent heroes that shape our lives every day? The roads beneath our wheels, the bridges that close distances, the metros that redefine cityscapes. They don't seek the spotlight, yet they empower ambitions, drive progress, and make India unstoppable. UltraTech, India's #1 cement brand, set out to give them a voice. Introducing Voices of Progress, a groundbreaking audio-first campaign that turned infrastructure into storytellers. Using AI-driven hyperlocal geotargeting, we ensured that infrastructure wasn't just seen but heard. Geo-targeted ads were deployed across 2,500 plus pin codes. AI-powered pin code-specific digital ads personalized the experience, ensuring our message wasn't just mass communication. As commuters passed iconic structures like Atal Setu and the metro, geo-targeted audio ads triggered instantly, telling stories of resilience, engineering, and ambition.
क्या आप जानते हैं ये लंबी सी मेट्रो क्यों बनी? ताकि आप जैसे हजारों प्रवासियों का समय ट्रैफिक के बजाय अपने अपनों के साथ क्वालिटी टाइम स्पेंड करने में बीते। आपने कभी सोचा है समंदर के एक छोर से दूसरे छोर तक पहुंचने में कितनी आकांक्षाएं बीच रास्ते में ही दम तोड़ देती थी, पर अब नहीं।
Radio's biggest voices became narrators of change, bringing these stories to life with 500 plus hours of 100 plus stories.
कि बनेगा तो बढ़ेगा इंडिया। #बनेगा तो बढ़ेगा इंडिया।
The legendary Nilesh Mishra crafted evocative podcasts that transported listeners through India's evolving skyline.
ऐसे नवनिर्माण देते हैं आकांक्षाओं को आकार और दिखाते हैं बदलते इंडिया की तस्वीर।
Achieved 5 million streams with a 70% listen-through rate, ensuring our message wasn't just mass communication, it was immediate, relevant, and personal. UltraTech Cement reinforced its place, not just as a builder of homes, but as the silent force behind India's progress. Because true progress isn't just seen, it's heard. UltraTech Cement. Banega to badhega India.
According to Voltaire, the ear is the avenue to the heart. How true is that? Our solutions beautifully demonstrate how voices can deeply connect with people. After all, we have been hearing stories since we were old enough to sit on our mother's lap. The Banega to Badhega India campaign set a new benchmark for audio advertising, proving that the audio medium has definitely transformed. Marketeers, audio use karoge to brand badhega. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next presentation, entry ID 1320, Coca-Cola.
Hi, is my slide visible? Am I audible?
Yes, yes. Are you ready?
Yes, we are ready.
Your time starts now. All the best.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Abha, and I will be taking you through our audio innovation on Coke Studio. Coca-Cola is the largest aerated beverage brand in the world. But in India, it is the third largest brand with higher urban skews and only 10% of its business coming from Gen Z. Hence, the task for us was twofold. We had to find a way to move beyond the metros and drive consumption amongst the Gen Z in smaller towns. This meant that the brand had to make a strategic shift from India to Bharat. But to make this shift, we first needed to identify Gen Z's media consumption habits in Bharat. Our research showed that the younger audience is deeply passionate about music, not global trends, but sounds that celebrate their roots, reflecting their regional identity. Coca-Cola's connection to music spans far beyond the last 2 decades, with its globally acclaimed audio property, Coke Studio. But for our music to truly resonate in India, it needed a more local and culturally rooted approach. Given India's linguistic diversity and Gen Z's increasing preference for regional music, we launched Coke Studio in India with a new audio innovation. Presenting Coke Studio Bharat, a celebration of India's diverse musical heritage, which became our gateway to Bharat. The stage was set and the beats were rolling. We just had to find a way to make the Gen Z groove to our tunes. To do that, we first found out how does a song become a part of Gen Z's life. They discover it, they stream it, they playlist it, and they share it, fueling its journey from one listener to another. This musical loop of discovery, consumption, and engagement became the strategic framework for our audio innovations. We unlocked Jio and created a first-of-its-kind Coke Studio content hub on their entire network. Music streaming apps played the dual role of fueling both discovery and consumption on the back of trending playlists, audio ads, and high-visibility roadblocks. Radio massified our songs with innovative RJ interactions and high-frequency song plays. We also turned every commute into a Coke Studio experience with the multi-city metro jingle activation.
Listen to this amazing track only on Coke Studio Bharat YouTube channel.
An army of content creators turned our songs into viral sensations, creating a revolutionary song-to-social movement. And this is how we did it.
Regional music has become a gateway for Gen Z to unwind, express, and connect. Hence, a global brand like Coca-Cola, which thrives on emotional and cultural connections, decided to not just speak, but sing in their languages. Coca-Cola reintroduced their iconic global IP in India, giving a platform to regional artists representing almost every major language. But music isn't just about sound, it's about discovery. We knew that our audience, Gen Z, weren't just listening to music, they were experiencing it in new ways. They were discovering songs on social media, they were using music to de-stress, to vibe, to create. They weren't waiting for the music to come to them. They were finding it. So we flipped the script. Instead of pushing content through traditional ads, we built a discovery-first model. Turning Coke Studio from a music IP into a full-blown cultural phenomenon. Our first move? A complete Coke Studio takeover of Jio. For the first time ever, a dedicated Coke Studio content hub was created inside the Jio ecosystem, enabling us to build a community of Coke Studio listeners across 8 different apps. And it wasn't just about streaming. We synchronized Coke Studio content with JioMart, proving that music could drive commerce. Next, we shifted our focus from where the music lived to how it was found and transformed. YouTube. From platform for paid views into a discovery engine. First position placements on YouTube Shorts ensured our tracks launched with maximum effect. Smart video campaigns delivered the right format to the right audience at the right time, boosting views while reducing costs. Regional apps and short video platforms became our gateway into deeper markets. Strategic playlist integrations on streaming platforms ensured our songs stayed top of the mind and top of the charts. And just like that, Coke Studio wasn't just being streamed. It was being searched, shared, and celebrated. RJ integrations and song plays on radio made Coke Studio the talk of the town. And to close the loop, we took the music straight to the streets with a multi-city metro jingle activation, turning every commute into a Coke Studio experience. We tapped into India's most powerful trendsetters, regional influencers, content creators, and micro communities. We didn't just ask them to promote Coke Studio. We made them part of it. 9,000 plus youth ambassadors carried Coke Studio straight into college communities, making it a movement, not just a moment. Extended KOL integrations beyond Instagram to regional social platforms like Moj and ShareChat turned discovery into a movement. We didn't just stop there. We took Coke Studio into India's most iconic reality shows. When Neha Kakkar took the stage on TV to sing our song Son Chadi, it wasn't just a performance. It was a moment. Coke Studio Bharat is no longer just a music platform. It's a movement, a celebration, a revolution in sound. And this is just the beginning.
With Coke Studio Bharat, the entire Bharat grooved to our tunes. What makes this innovation different is the fact that it reflected Gen Z's unique way of discovering music. And by turning passive listeners into active participants, we sparked a song to social movement which brought alive our brand's role as a cultural bridge. The journey doesn't end here. Coke Studio Season 3 is already live, so keep listening and keep sharing. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. The last presentation of this category in the day, Intro ID 1334, Britannia Milk Bikkies.
Hi, I'm just sharing my screen. Is my screen visible?
Yes.
Are you ready? Interview is not visible.
No. Are you ready?
Yes.
Your time starts now. All the best.
Good afternoon, jury members and my dear friends. I'm Arnav Sood, and today, before we start, I have a special message from Pankaj Tripathi for all of you.
नमस्ते आदरणीय जूरी मेंबर्स। बचपन सिर्फ उम्र से नहीं, अच्छी परवरिश और सही पोषण से भी बढ़ता है, लेकिन गांव-गांव तक यह संदेश पहुंचाना आसान नहीं था। इसीलिए ब्रिटानिया मिल्क बिकिस लेकर आया। परवरिश की बात पापा त्रिपाठी के साथ। एक एआई पावर्ड पहल जिसमें मेरी आवाज बनी हर पिता की आवाज। चलिए देखें कैसे एक आवाज ने बदला यूपी के गांव-गांव का सोचने का तरीका।
That was not Pankaj Tripathi. It was me. Yes, you heard it right. Using an industry-first innovation, we generated personalized parenting advice for parents in rural Uttar Pradesh. A voice-to-voice generative AI technology heard by over 9.12 million people, making it one of the largest AI deployments for a brand in India. Now, let's take a step back and talk about the business challenge. Within the biscuits category, Britannia Milk Bikkies leads the segment with a 56% market share, followed by Patanjali Doodh Biscuits with 29% market share. In spite being the number one brand in UP, Britannia was still losing market share to Patanjali Doodh Biscuits, which leveraged Baba Ramdev's spiritual and Ayurvedic influence to position itself as a healthier choice. Our challenge indeed was to safeguard market share and increase purchase intent in rural Uttar Pradesh. The challenge was broken down into three key tasks. One, build brand salience. Parents in rural areas are concerned about child development. Therefore, we use Pankaj Tripathi's regional appeal and Bachcho Ki Parvarish as a content peg to emotionally connect with the audience that a Baba can never do. Two, build long-term emotional connection. Personalized Gen AI-powered voice messages and live interaction with Pankaj Tripathi in regional dialects help build brand advocates via word of mouth. And third, reaching the media dark markets, as 46% of our TG were non-smartphone users, and UP being a media dark market with low internet and TV penetration, voice was the preferred medium for our campaign. Now, talking about the media and tech solution, we combined traditional media with technology and pioneered an inclusive tech stack, leveraging generative AI and creativity to engage with rural Bharat. We use Maverick, a data-driven micro-planning tool to analyze consumer segments and target 16 districts in rural UP where Britannia was losing market share. 3 Gen AI powered calls were strategically dispersed, delivering personalized content in regional dialects to build mass product awareness. 3 Active listeners were further engaged with an opt-in communication developed via responsive IVRS and missed call bot, inviting users to join the live Q&A session with Papa Tripathi on M Samvad. M Samvad is India's largest audio bridge, which enabled live interaction with Papa Tripathi's AI voice, a technology also used by Prime Minister Modi to interact with his rural representatives across India. Last, M Sampark, a GDPR compliant measurement tool that was used by Kantar and Brand's Catty team to measure campaign success and effectiveness. Now, to further deep dive into the audio innovation, as the category is audio innovation, I don't want to play an AV. I would like you to show you how different samples came together to bring about this innovation. An industry-first innovation where Gen AI was used for creating voice creatives deployed on telephony, making AI reach parts of the country where internet doesn't. The voice-to-voice cloning retained emotions and dialects, making it sound more natural as compared to robotic AI voices. The content was strategically thought through to take a dig on Baba and promote Parvarish. Let me play you one of the calls.
पापा त्रिपाठी का मिर्जापुर को सलाम। पापा त्रिपाठी कई किरदार हैं, कभी चोटी बनाने वाला उस्ताद तो कभी गणित का जादूगर जो किसी बाबा की तरह परवरिश का ज्ञान नहीं बांटते, पर कभी दूध पीने में सख्त अनुशासन अपनाए तो कभी साथ में ब्रिटानिया मिल्क बिकिस आटा बिस्कुट खाते हुए बदमाशी करके ना पकड़े जाने का राज भी बताएं। ये है मेरे परवरिश के नुस्खे, और भी ऐसी बातें करेंगे अगली कॉल पर।
Gen AI made region-specific personalization at scale possible. We generated over 50 voice creators for this campaign. Let me play you an audio to show how personalization was deployed.
पापा त्रिपाठी का प्रतापगढ़ को सलाम, पापा त्रिपाठी का आजमगढ़ को सलाम, बलिया को नमस्कार, मिर्जापुर को नमस्कार, इलाहाबाद को नमस्कार।
M Samvad made live interaction with AI possible. First time ever AI on telephony. Let me show you an example.
सभी से निवेदन है, परवरिश के मसले पर मन में जो भी हो बेझिझक पूछिए। सवाल पूछने के लिए 9 दबाइए।
नमस्ते पंकज जी, मैं श्रीवास्तव इलाहाबाद से। हमारी डिम्पल 13 का पहाड़ा याद करने की।
Even today, we can restart the campaign, make new content without any FaceTime with Pankaj Tripathi, saving lakhs and crores of production costs. Talking about the numbers, the campaign achieved a unique reach of 9.12 million, out of which 6.78 million were highly engaged listeners. 22.4K participated in the live interaction with Papa Tripathi, and as per Kantar's post-campaign study, 64% of the consumers recalled the ingredients and nutritional story, appreciating the Papa Tripathi content. 68% expressed purchase intent, demonstrating campaign's strong impact on brand salience and engagement. In conclusion, the campaign set a new standard for rural outreach. We achieved 74% active listenership in a media dark market, far beyond traditional methods. We didn't just create a campaign, we redefined rural Bharat engagement. Thank you.
Thank you.
So that concludes the session, morning session.
Yes, sir.
Thank you all the jury members. Thank you all the presenters. Anybody would